Hey guys, I'm here in Singapore. I just arrived all the way from France for a special bike. Let's go up there. We're gonna meet the Buzzraw X. Come on. Here I am in Singapore with the CEO himself, Jensen. You know, we were in Paris a few months ago on the Buzzraw, and you were following me. I was going crazy on mine. You were like, wait for me. Yep. And you came with a crazy idea. So what happened? Why did you come with such a crazy Buzzraw X? This in the front, this one here. Can you tell us a little bit more about how can you come from Buzzraw to an X? Engine, not engine. Let's start with this first.
Yeah, so like we were riding on the cobblestone roads, we realized that carrying camera gear and our coffee and all sorts of stuff it gets very uncomfortable going on and off the roads, trying to sneak through the car.
Especially a coffee.
Yeah, especially a coffee. So we thought, yeah, maybe let's make a full suspension bike. At first we wanted to just make a full suspension fork
In the front, yeah.
And then we realized maybe it's not so nice to have just the fork alone. So we went back to the drawing board with Patrick and the boys and said, let's make a full suspension Buzzraw.
Because I remember the first view, and we talked about it at the beginning. You like just maybe a mountain bike fork, you have on the DJ frame.
We did that actually. We actually developed a dual crown inverted fork. We started from there. And we realized that we could improve the ride further by tailoring our own trail geometry. Hence, Patrick developed this one-off girder fork design. So, like you noticed right during the test ride.
Yep.
While you are steering and you're braking, nothing changes because the trail geometry maintains the same as you are going through the ride. Yeah. So that's very important to us. That's something we realized while bombing down the roads in Switzerland. We realized, hey, if you hit a cobblestone on a Buzzraw, you lose control. So this is our solution to that. When we designed the Buzzraw, what was really noticeable was the seat design, and of course the way our top view is constructed. So we try to keep as much elements of the Buzzraw as we can. So hence the seat, the top tube, and of course the curve in the seat stays. So this is something that we wanted to keep, to have a link back to the original Buzzraw. So to answer your question, why this design? We as riders ourselves, we want options, right? We don't want to be stuck with having only one option. Yeah. So what we allow our customers to do is to be able to run belt drive and chain drive configurations as well. So you might ask me, why belt drive? Because belt drive is clean, it's no maintenance, it's very simple. In order for us to run the belt drive, the suspension linkage must not have chain roll. Yeah. So that's why we ended up with a URT design. So maybe this bike you can see there. So this is what happens is when you sit on the suspension, this doesn't change, the length doesn't change. So this is required for the belt drive. So this is necessary for us to run the belt drive efficiently. So when you sit on the bike, the tension remains the same. So that's very important.
That's great. Yeah, it's always the same. Whether I'm here, there, and I move, it's always the same. Wow. Okay, I got it now.
So for this thing that you pointed out, right? This is what we call the rocker. From the experience developing our full suspension mountain bike frames at Axis and Atom, we realized that the geometry and the leverage curve is very important. So this rocker is for us to maintain not only the geometry but also the lateral stiffness of the bike. So when you jump off the curb, it doesn't wobble like a poorly designed suspension frame.
How many prototypes you have?
On drawing, I know Patrick had 14 designs. This is probably the 6 or 8 version of a Buzzraw X. So we started 2 years ago designing the bike. We went through many versions. You saw it last year while we were in Japan. I brought it there. From there to now, much has changed, but these changes are not noticeable. So for example, like the previous design, we had the steerer tube was designed differently. Under certain riding conditions, they may come loose. So we revised the steerer tube to make it safer. Yeah. And also some of these the rockers that we have here, the bearing tolerances, we improved the tolerances to basically have the bearings last longer. So there's less servicing to do, there's less maintenance on the bike.
There's something that caught my eyes here is I see the step I use on my BMX right there, and I see the bar is like a two-piece BMX bar.
Yep.
So we can change the stand, we can change the bar.
Yeah, it's actually the stem and bar combination is inspired by our bike. So we took the elements from your BMX because it's almost like a BMX cross kind of bike. This is your BMX bar. We shorten it, lowered it, and changed the geometry to suit the Buzzraw X. Like I mentioned before, a lot of our components are mountain bike components. So this is actually a mountain bike suspension. As long as you have a 190 by 51, this is a very technical term. 190 by 51 shock, you can actually fit it onto this bike. The only thing that you need to take note of is the poundage of the spring to match the weight of the rider. So to answer your question, yes, you can run Olin's TTX coil or STX coil, or you can choose a Demon Air or any of those regular RockShox air cans also. These will work just as fine.
Okay, listen, let's make a quick stop on that bike. I want to make a focus on these parts here.
Yeah, so you see this thing here, this metal piece, it's for us is to hold the BBS HD in place. So if you move over to this bike, I can show you here, this silver piece. This is actually a stopper to prevent the motor from rotating outwards.
Oh, okay.
So this is specifically designed in place to fit the BBS HD. So be it a 500 watt, 750, 1000, you can retrofit that to this Buzzraw X.
Yeah. So what about the bike you buy? If you buy like the pedal bike or the engine bike, you're always going to find these parts here in case you want to switch it into the Bafang engine.
Yes, so like because our customers are so diverse, some customers they choose to be complete bikes. So we have complete E250, Euro spec, legal. We have of course the 750 American spec. And of course you have crazy guys who wants to customize their own Buzzraw X.
Flexibility.
So for us, we would recommend for the crazy guys to go for a pedal bike, and you can either change the bike to a rear hub motor version, or you can have a mid-drive motor version. So that's our flexibility for our customers.
Awesome.
Alternatively, you can buy it as a frame kit that comes with a frame and fork, and you can do whatever you like. The difference, the important thing that we need to highlight is, if you see this battery tray here is reinforced by a steel plate. So this, you see multiple holes. This is to cater for all battery types, most battery types. So it doesn't matter if you buy the battery from us or from some other supplier, it should be able to fit the Buzzraw X.
And this will never move.
And this is solidly mounted on a steel plate.
I can show you this.
So that's the difference.
Awesome.
So likewise, we have the usual options for tires. You have our very own stick tires made by V tires, Mission tires from V, and most 20 by 4.0 tires will fit.
So when you sell the bike, you offer to the clients those three colors, right? They can get it raw,
black, or
army green.
Your signature green.
Awesome.
So we've covered most parts. Oh, the important thing for DIY guys to note is the front OLD is 135, the rear is 190. These are standard mountain bike, fat bike hubs configurations. So as you can see here, the important thing is this cassette body, it comes standard 8 speed, it can go up to 10 speed. So lots of options for the customers.
Regular question we have all the time. Can we fit 2 person on the bike like the Buzzraw?
The bike for the Buzzraw X is specifically designed to fit 1 person, although you can fit 2 persons on the bike. So I just give you a demonstration. So unlike the Buzzraw, which is designed to be like a cruiser, commuter kind, this is more for the sporty people. As you have experienced just now while trying to corner the bike, it's a much different experience. So if I get on the bike like this, I can pedal it normally, so you can see there's still space. So I can move slightly forward, and the guy behind can still sit on the bike, and this pole here
still has
the tabs here. So if you want, you can squeeze somebody onto the bike.
Okay, so I'm sure we have some clients out there that owns existing 750 and 250. Another question is of course going to be, how heavy is the bike compared to their regular? Are they gonna lose power because of the weight of the chokes and the design?
We probably add about for the full suspension design about 2 kilos.
2 kilos.
2 kilos on top of the regular Buzzraw. But the thing to note that for our existing customers who have the 250 or the 750, even the panel Buzzraws, it is almost a 95% swap over to the frame. So all you need to do is just buy a frame kit from us.
Frame kit.
Everything goes over: the wheels, the motor system, the battery, the cranks. Everything can just switch over to the Buzzraw X. The only difference is you probably need to extend the brake cable a little bit longer because the frame is the cable length is slightly longer, and the electrical cable for the system.
And I see that when you choose to put some cable, like regular cable, can we? Because we've seen that also from our clients. They decided really often to switch into hydraulic high quality brakes. Why did you choose to have the cable on the stock bike?
Personally, we prefer hydraulic disc brakes, but we noticed that some customers, they do not have access to bicycle shops who are familiar with hydraulic disc brakes. So as standard, also to keep the price down, we chose cable disc brakes. But as you felt the brakes, these are just as strong as hydraulic disc brakes, though. Yeah. So it is an option for them to swap. It's no problem. It is a ISO standard disc brake mount anyway. So most mountain bike brakes will fit on, no problem.
So is there anything else? Some crazy dudes that always want to tune or change their bikes. Is there some like very extreme things they can do about the bikes? I know they can change this for like most expensive brake lever. I know they can switch to some like slick tire, or is there some like very things you'll do? Like if you have a client that asks you, hey man, I have no limit with my budget, I want to go with like a unique bike.
Well, you can of course, like we mentioned before, go with an Olin suspension. If you are sick and tired of cranks like this, you can go for a standard off-the-shelf fat bike cranks. You can go all the way to carbon cranks for fat bikes, no worries. If you are really into spending money, you can change to your latest XTR or
Of course,
expensive strand systems if you like, but it's not necessary actually. The standard bike, as we design it, it's perfect for what it's designed to do.
Already high level,
already very high
strong,
quality bike.
Not too heavy, you can go everywhere, you can go down with stairs if you live at the first floor with no problem. I have only one thing I want to tell to the clients: be careful, because these people will want to get that for them. So buy a big lock.
Oh yeah, you will definitely get stolen if you leave it outside.
Yeah,
for sure, for sure.
You know what, Ginseng? What do you think now?
I think we've covered most of the points. Let's go right.
Let's go for a ride, bro. Woo!